Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Bold here, back again. Gonna do some more Guild Wars 2, this time on a different class. Gonna do the Engineer, which is my personal favorite for PvP so far. I just like the versatility in the class. It has a lot of crowd control, a lot of ins and outs, and it has freaking turrets. That's right, turrets. And I'm actually gonna throw a few here. Yes, you can throw them at a range, is one of the perks of having a trait set to do so. So, it's a bit OP. The turrets are pretty awesome. You can control an area really well if you have decent placement with it. A lot of teamwork going down. Alright, so first up I'm going to go ahead and talk about the attacks that a rifle would give an engineer. I'm not going to go into the pistol because unfortunately I don't get any pistol action in this footage here. But anyway, one is your standard auto attack. Nothing too special about it, just pew pew. Number two will be a net shot. This is kind of bread and butter for chase downs and escapes. It's used all the time. It's so amazing. Number three is probably my least favorite of all of the rifle skills, including the auto shot. It's a point blank shot, kind of shotgun style, blunderbuss. It does more damage based on how close they are to you. I miss with it so often, it's insane. However, the other four abilities make up for the lack of use of number three. Number four is a knockback skill. It is absolutely amazing, again, for crowd control. As you see here, we're going to jump on a node and I'm just going to help control it here by dropping turrets everywhere. And this person is obviously screwed. Alright. So fifth ability is a rocket jump. Basically, you shoot your gun at the ground. It does initial damage from where you shoot, I believe, and also where you land. So it's actually a pretty good tool. I use it mainly to kind of jump around the field. The distance is actually not as far as you would think it is, but it is absolutely worth using because, I mean, it'll let you just change the outcome of a fight. I mean, you jump at the right moment, you get that heal, it's on. As far as the healing goes, the heal turret is probably one of my favorite heals in the game as well. Drop a healing turret and it heals you for the initial base amount, which, like every heal does. But the turret stays down and it also gives allies nearby regeneration. And you can also pick it up and, I believe, reduce the cooldown overall of your next placement. It's amazing. As for the other turrets, you have a standard rifle turret that acts like, kind of like your... It's not so much a machine gun as like a blunderbuss turret. It takes a shot like every couple seconds. You have a net turret, which is oh so delicious. And you have a rocket turret, which is just more mass damage. The best thing about the turrets, in my opinion, is the fact that you can choose to pick them up and reset the cooldown on them. Or you can choose to hit one of your F1 through 4 buttons and detonate turrets. Now, if you actually drop all your turrets in one spot and someone makes a mistake of running over them, you could actually detonate all of them pretty much at once or within, a half second of each other. And it's nearly an instant kill. It's so deadly. It's awesome for, controlling a node. As you see, 7, 8, and 9, if you do pick up the ability to throw your turrets as opposed to building them where you stand, you can power up each one of the shots as well, so that's another thing to keep in mind. The elite skill that I'm using is an elixir that allows me to take on the elite form of the warrior, necromancer, or elementalist, which would be turning into kind of like the, I don't know, it's not lich form, but it's a little plague form basically of lich, or necro. Or you turn into the rampaging titan or the tornado. Rampaging titan is the best thing in my opinion to turn into. It is so strong. The other two just deal AoE, but if you're 1v1 scenario and you have to pop your elite skill, you really gotta hope that you get the Titan, because you will turn around and destroy faces. Let's see. As far as comparison to other classes, this is one of the highest crowd control classes, just on the usage of the turrets, the nets, it's just, they have so many slows, knockdown, knockback, jump out, jump in. It's so useful. And you just walk into a fight, drop your turrets, and then start going to town, get your dodge on. Ah, man. Too good. Being that they have the turrets, they're just one of the best people. I think they're going to be one of the best for holding nodes and being that really elusive player that gets to stand, you know, within a small area. They can actually stand toe to toe and just kind of dodge and make you hate life. One of the things that I don't really get into, because it didn't exactly suit my playstyle, but it may suit everyone else, is one of the things that you could change about Engineer. You can only go between pistol and rifle, and with a shield offhand, or dual pistols. But one thing that makes the Engineer unique is the fact that you can set your slot skills as the weapon kits. They have grenade kits, landmine kits, flamethrower kit. They have a healing kit for your heal, where you can actually do supply drops. You could drop health and other things for your allies, like boons and such. It's awesome. The grenades I didn't get to play with very much. I didn't think they would be very useful, because it's a lot of ground targeting, and I wasn't exactly too fluid with that through this process. So I stuck with what I knew and what I learned first, just to make sure I didn't die too much. However, this is where I'm going to... Yeah, we're about to fire up a second game real quick here. I'm going to go ahead and give it 5s all the way down, because the game, like I was saying before in the previous video, is amazing. So we're going to go ahead and load up. As you stay in a game, like, as long as you're in one server, game ends, it instantly reloads another game, and you just keep going until you decide to leave, and it'll keep shuffling the teams around. So, you know, there's not one team that keeps, you know, curb stomping your face. So that's one feature that I like quite a bit. Once again, we're back on this map where there's neutral mobs this time, so it can really change the outcome of the battle by killing chieftains very, very quickly. You'll actually get to see some of the upcoming here in the fight here in just a second. There will be another Engineer. You'll get to see some landmines drop down, and when you're in the down state, your third ability is kind of specific to your class. Well, your second and third, but third ability for an Engineer is you booby trap your body and drop a bunch of landmines. I don't get a chance to do it because I pick myself up. And you also get to see one of the cool Mesmer skill, I think it's Mesmer. It's either Mesmer or Assassin here, but basically get to cloak someone nearby, and I get cloaked when I'm down, actually right here I believe it is. I start to heal myself, and boom, there we go. And no one can see me while I'm healing myself, so he's rezzing me while I'm rezzing myself, so I just get to jump up real quick, and it's all on. Drop more turrets down, you're back in the fight full health. It is. Oh, it's so awesome. And if you notice when you're crippled, you also, you know, do your little limp step. I believe your character usually yells out like, "Ah, I'm hit," some of the sort. It's always fun. But anyway, oh, you can see they got a flamethrower kit there. They're meant for close quarters combat. Yeah, not my style. I like poking and using turrets. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say for the rest of the video, so I'm going to give you a couple minutes of silence here. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe. As always, I have so much more video coming out, so stay tuned and tell your friends. And until next time, take it easy, guys.